Life is like the ocean, ever-changing and full of tides. But what if I told you that the anchor weighing you down is something you've created yourself? In this journey to self-discovery and liberation, we're about to dive deep into the turbulent waters of attachments, the very anchors that keep us from experiencing true freedom and happiness. So, grab your life jacket because today, we're going to explore how these attachments, both physical and in our human relations, can often be the source of our greatest pain and how to set ourselves free. Welcome, everyone, to this thought-provoking journey towards inner freedom and happiness. I'm Gayan, and today, we're delving into a topic that affects us all: attachments. Attachments come in two forms: physical and human relations. Whether it's that cherished item you just can't part with or those complex emotions tied to the people in your life, attachments have a profound impact on our well-being. What's intriguing is that, more often than not, we're the architects of these attachments, and they play a pivotal role in shaping the course of our lives. Today, we embark on a quest to understand the power of attachments, how they can lead to grief, and most importantly, how embracing a different perspective can set us on a path to freedom and happiness. So, let's cast off the anchors that hold us back, navigate through the highs and lows, and discover the liberating truth that lies beneath the surface. Are you ready? Let's dive in. As we journey deeper into the realm of attachments, let's now shift our focus to the intricate web of human relationships. These bonds, formed over time, hold immense power over our emotional well-being. Human relations are the threads that weave the fabric of our lives. From family and friends to romantic partners and colleagues, these connections define who we are and influence the way we perceive the world. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows, is it? With every relationship comes a complex tapestry of emotions, expectations, and sometimes, disappointments. The emotional intricacies can be both beautiful and bewildering. We expect understanding, support, and love. Yet we may also encounter misunderstandings, conflicts, and heartache. We invest our time, our energy, and often our hearts into these bonds, and when things don't go as planned, it can lead to profound sadness and unhappiness. Consider this. You have a close friend, someone you've shared countless memories with over the years. You become emotionally attached, relying on their presence for happiness. But then, life takes its course. Your friend moves away for a new job, and suddenly, that daily interaction becomes a memory. You feel the void left by their absence, and that attachment that once brought joy now brings sorrow. Or perhaps you've experienced the roller coaster of emotions in a romantic relationship. The initial euphoria, followed by disagreements and heartbreak. But here's the twist: attachments are not inherently negative. It's our relationship with them that matters. So, how do we navigate these intricate emotional waters without drowning in sorrow? Stick around, because we'll explore the path to balance and happiness. Before we delve deeper into the art of detaching, it's crucial to recognize a fundamental truth: we actively create attachments. It's a conscious process. Whether it's acquiring material possessions, nurturing friendships, or entering romantic relationships, we're the architects of our own attachments. Acknowledging this fact is a significant step towards self-awareness and personal growth. By recognizing that we actively create these attachments, we empower ourselves to evaluate their impact. Taking responsibility for our attachments means owning the choices we make, understanding their consequences, and ultimately, deciding whether they align with our values and goals. It's about realizing that we have the ability to shape our attachments rather than being controlled by them. This self-awareness paves the way for more intentional and fulfilling connections. Throughout our evolutionary history, forming connections with others has been essential for survival. We've wired ourselves to seek companionship, to create bonds that provide us with support, security, and love. Neuroscientists have even found that our brains release oxytocin, often called the love hormone, when we connect with loved ones, reinforcing our desire for attachment. So, remember, it's not about erasing these natural inclinations but about understanding and balancing them in a way that fosters our well-being. Now that we've peeled back some layers, we're on the path to discovering how to harness these attachments for our benefit and ultimately, find that sweet spot where freedom and happiness await. Let's shine a light on a crucial aspect of attachments: overvaluation. When we attach too much significance to possessions or relationships, it can lead to psychological distress. Imagine you've put your heart and soul into a project, and its success becomes the sole determinant of your self-worth. The pressure and fear of failure can lead to anxiety and even depression. Similarly, in human relationships, when we place our happiness entirely in someone else's hands, their actions or decisions can greatly affect our emotional state, sometimes leading to distress. So, how do we prevent the overvaluation of attachments from taking a toll on our mental well-being? First, it's essential to step back and reevaluate the significance we've assigned to these attachments. Are they serving us positively or becoming a source of distress? One approach is to engage in regular introspection, asking ourselves whether our attachment to a possession or relationship is in harmony with our values and goals. It's about striking a balance between cherishing what's meaningful to us without letting it define our entire existence. Now, let's get practical. Here are some tips for redefining your priorities and values to reduce the significance of attachments in your life. First, practice mindfulness. Be present in the moment, and remind yourself that attachments are just a part of your life, not your entire identity. Second, cultivate diverse interests and passions. Expanding your horizons can help you find fulfillment beyond your attachments. Lastly, revisit your values and priorities regularly. Are your attachments aligning with your core beliefs and life goals? By adopting these practices, you can redefine your relationship with attachments, reducing their grip on your happiness and freeing yourself from psychological distress. In our quest for freedom and happiness, remember that the path may be challenging, but the rewards are profound. Let's continue our journey to discover a life less burdened by attachments and more enriched by inner fulfillment. Now that we've explored the complexities of attachments and their impact on our lives, let's introduce a powerful concept: moderate living and non-attachment. Moderate living, often associated with, encourages us to let go of excessive attachments to material possessions and emotions. It's about finding balance in what we own, feel, and desire. Non-attachment is the practice of letting go of rigid expectations and the constant craving for more. It's about embracing the present moment and accepting that everything in life is impermanent. So, why should we embrace this path of moderate living and non-attachment? What benefits can it bring into our lives? First, detaching from extreme emotions and expectations can lead to emotional stability. When we're not constantly riding the highs and lows of attachment, we find greater peace. Moreover, it allows us to cultivate a sense of contentment with what we have rather than perpetually seeking more. This can reduce stress and increase overall life satisfaction. So, how can we practically incorporate moderate living and non-attachment into our daily lives? One key practice is mindfulness. By staying present and fully experiencing each moment, we can reduce the grip of attachment on our thoughts and actions. Another technique is gratitude. Regularly acknowledging and appreciating what we have shifts our focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in our lives. And finally, embrace the art of letting go. Understand that some things and relationships have served their purpose, and it's okay to release them when they no longer align with your growth and happiness. As we continue on this journey towards moderation and non-attachment, remember that it's not about rejecting everything but about finding the balance that brings us true freedom and happiness. So, take a moment to breathe. Let go of mindset values that no longer serve you, and join us as we explore a life that's enriched by the joy of the present moment and the beauty of impermanence. As we journey further into the realm of moderation and non-attachment, let's explore how this approach can significantly reduce sorrows and regrets in our lives. Imagine a life where you've let go of the excessive weight of attachments. There are fewer possessions to mourn, and you're not held captive by the emotional roller coaster of extreme expectations. With a more moderate approach, you'll find that sorrows and regrets naturally decrease. Instead of dwelling on what's gone or what might have been, you'll focus on the richness of the present. Now, let's talk about the broader impact of adopting this shift in perspective. First and foremost, it liberates you. You're no longer a prisoner of your attachments, and that freedom brings a sense of lightness and joy. Furthermore, this newfound perspective improves overall well-being. When you're not constantly chasing possessions or trying to control every aspect of your relationships, stress levels decrease. You have more mental space and energy to focus on self-improvement, personal growth, and the things that truly matter to you. It's about embracing a life where happiness is derived from within, from the freedom of non-attachment, rather than being dependent on external factors. So, as we continue on this path of moderation and non-attachment, remember that it's not about living a life devoid of meaning, but rather one that's enriched by a deeper connection to yourself and the world around you. Now, let's take a moment to truly grasp how living with fewer attachments can lead to an unparalleled sense of freedom and happiness. Picture a life where you're not burdened by the weight of material possessions or the constant emotional tug of attachments. It's a life unencumbered, where you have the freedom to be yourself, unrestricted by the expectations and constraints of possessions and relationships. In this life, happiness is not tied to external circumstances but flows from within, making it a more resilient and enduring source of joy. Imagine waking up every morning feeling light, unburdened by material possessions or emotional baggage. You're free from the relentless pursuit of more, from the stress of protecting your possessions, and from the constant need for validation from others. That sense of liberation is indescribable. It's like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders, and you can finally breathe, unencumbered by the chains of attachment. This newfound freedom isn't confined to a single aspect of life. It positively impacts every facet. In your career, you become more adaptable and open to opportunities, unafraid to take risks and explore new horizons. In your relationships, you'll find that they become more authentic and fulfilling, as they're no longer driven by dependence or expectations but by genuine connection and love. And in your day-to-day life, you'll discover a newfound appreciation for the present moment, finding happiness in the simple things that often go unnoticed. So, as we navigate this journey toward greater freedom and happiness, remember that it's not just about shedding attachments. It's about embracing a life where every moment is a celebration of who you are and what you can become. As we draw near to the end of our exploration into the world of moderation, non-attachment, and the liberation they bring, it's crucial to understand how this freedom can lead to a profound sense of success. It's not about the size of your bank account or the number of possessions you accumulate. True success is measured by a sense of fulfillment and contentment that comes from living a life aligned with your values and passions. When you're no longer chasing after possessions or allowing relationships to define your self-worth, you become free to pursue what truly matters to you. Success becomes a reflection of your ability to nurture authentic connections, to pursue your passions, and to find contentment in the present moment. It's about living a life where every day is a testament to your growth, happiness, and well-being. So, I encourage you, our fellow travelers on this journey, to explore this path to happiness and success. Start by letting go of the excess, shedding the attachments that no longer serve you. Rediscover the freedom within, and redefine your own version of success. Embrace a life where happiness is not found in possessions or the approval of others but in the peace that comes from living authentically and from within. In summary, today we've explored the profound impact of attachments on our lives, distinguishing between physical and human relations. We've acknowledged that we actively create these attachments and that understanding this process is key to self-awareness. We've delved into the emotional complexities and expectations that can sometimes lead to sadness and unhappiness. But we've also discovered the power of moderation and non-attachment, how they can reduce sorrows and regrets while improving overall well-being. We've seen how letting go of excessive attachments can lead to greater freedom and happiness, freeing us from the shackles of material possessions and emotional baggage. And we've recognized that true success is not defined solely by external measures, but by the sense of fulfillment and contentment that arises from living in alignment with our values. As we conclude, I leave you with this thought. Take a moment to reevaluate your attachments. Are they propelling you toward a happier and more successful life, or are they holding you back? Embrace the path of moderation and non-attachment, for it can lead to a life rich in meaning and purpose. Thank you for joining us on this transformative journey today. If you found value in this discussion, please consider liking this video, sharing it with friends and family, and subscribing to our channel for more content on personal development and self-awareness. Together, let's continue to explore the boundless potential within ourselves and embark on a quest for a life filled with genuine happiness and success. Until next time, stay curious, stay mindful, and stay inspired. Thank you.